Here's a simple question. If you were in charge of Canada, who would you spend more of our tax dollars on? Students or criminals? According to public records, we spend about $8,700 per year on every student enrolled in a public or secondary school. What do we spend to keep each criminal behind bars? More than $88,000 per year. What the? And that's just going to get worse if Bill C-10 passes. That's the big Omnibus Crime Bill the Harper government refuses to put a price tag on. But others, like the official parliamentary budget officer, have figured it out. And he estimates Bill C-10 will cost Canadians as much as $15 billion. That's billion, as in 9 zeros. What the? That's because Bill C-10 calls for mandatory minimum sentences. And that means thousands more prisoners. So we'll need lots more jails to hold them. And bigger jails. Super jails. Because pretty soon, we're going to have more people locked up than ever before. And not just hardened criminals. Bill C-10 means even young, first-time offenders will go to jail, where they will learn how to be hardened criminals from the old pros. Kind of like going to crime university. Which means we'll be spending $88,000 a year on each new inmate to teach them how to be better criminals. What the? And how are we going to pay for all this? Well, at the same time that the Harper government is planning to spend $15 billion of your tax dollars for more and bigger jails, it's asking other departments to cut billions in spending. So they'll suck the money out of our hospitals, out of our schools, out of our seniors' pockets, and out of our environmental protection programs to pump it into super prisons. And the Harper government is doing all this even though the crime rate has been falling for more than 10 years. In fact, crime in Canada is at its lowest level since 1973. What the? So where did the idea for Bill C-10 come from? Well, Texas tried the same thing over 10 years ago. And guess what? It was a total failure. The crime rate went way up instead. Now, Texas is putting its money into crime prevention and social programs, not prisons, and they're seeing reduced crime at lower costs in the process. But the Harper government seems to think it'll work here. So, they're going to make Bill C-10 happen whether we like it or not. And there's only one group in Canada, one group in the whole world who can stop them. The Canadian Senate. They can stop this madness. They can be the voice of reason. They can tell the Harper government to put the money back into our schools, back into our hospitals, back into caring for our seniors, and back into protecting our environment. Canadian senators can speak for us, but they need to hear from you. So tell them you want Bill C-10 stopped now. Join the growing chorus of groups and individuals opposed to this costly and dangerous legislation. Contact the Canadian Senate right now.